Welcome to another Happy English podcast coming to you from New York City. And here's your English teacher, Michael.
All right. Thank you, John, and thanks, everyone. This is Happy English Podcast, episode 535, 8-Foot Idioms. Hey, guys, it's Michael here from Happy English, and I'm back with another podcast English lesson. Hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. Before we get going with today's lesson, I wanted to let you know that you can find this podcast and other Happy English lessons on the Amazon Echo. Just go to Amazon.com and search for Happy English in the Alexa Skills category. And if you like the podcast, please leave a review on Amazon. I'd really appreciate it. Well, I think that this lesson is going to keep you on your feet. That's because for today's English lesson, we're going to have a look at 8 idioms using words related to your legs and feet. Keep in mind, learning and using idioms will make your English sound more natural. Okay, are you ready? Let's check it out.
Now listen to the conversation. First, you'll hear the conversation at a slow pace, slower than usual English conversation. At the end of this lesson, you'll have the chance to hear the same conversation, but at a faster, natural-sounding speed.
Hey, Jim. Did the boss make a decision about giving us a day off tomorrow? Nope. He's really dragging his feet on this one. Are you pulling my leg? No, man. I think he's digging his heels in. Well, I don't want to come to the office on a Saturday. We have to think on our feet. Maybe we should both just call in sick. What are you saying? We can't go against the boss. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I'm sure if the shoe was on the other foot, the boss wouldn't want to come to work on his day off. Are you going to put your foot down? Well, I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth, but I have to do something. The first one is drag your feet. When you drag your feet, you delay or avoid doing something because you don't want to do it. For example, Jim said the boss is dragging his feet about giving them a day off tomorrow. The government is always dragging its feet about reducing taxes. When you pull someone's leg, you joke with them. In other words, pulling someone's leg means not being serious with them. If you are surprised because of what someone said to you and you think that maybe they're kidding or joking, you can ask them, "Are you pulling my leg?" Here are some other examples. When Jack found out from Jim that the boss hadn't made a decision about a day off, he said to Jim, "Are you pulling my leg?" "Hey, did you really win the lottery or are you just pulling my leg?" When you dig your heels in, you refuse to do something that someone wants you to do. People dig their heels in when they are against doing something. For example, in the conversation, Jim said that the boss was digging his heels in about giving them a day off tomorrow. All of the students in the class asked the professor to extend the deadline for the term paper, but it seems that the professor is just digging his heels in. When you think on your feet, you make a quick decision about something. Here are some examples. Jack said that they should think on their feet. Then he suggested calling in sick. During an emergency, you need to think on your feet but remain calm. When you shoot yourself in the foot, you foolishly do something which makes the situation worse for you. For example, even though Tommy had the flu, he went outside to smoke a cigarette. He totally shot himself in the foot. If the police pull your car over, don't shoot yourself in the foot by arguing with the police officer. Next, we have if the shoe was on the other foot. We use the idiom, if the shoe was on the other foot, when we talk about a situation where the role of each person is reversed. Here are some examples. In the conversation, Jack was talking about the boss. He said that if the shoe was on the other foot, the boss wouldn't want to come to work on his day off. This means that if the boss was actually a worker, he wouldn't want to come to work on his day off. Jack got laid off from his job, so now he needs to stay home and take care of the kids and do the housework while his wife goes to her office. It seems like the shoe is on the other foot. When you put your foot down, you make a firm decision about something. For example, Bobby wanted to spend the weekend in Las Vegas with his high school buddies, but his wife put her foot down and said no. A lot of people in the office wanted to start wearing more casual clothes, but the boss put his foot down about changing the dress code policy. And finally, when you put your foot in your mouth, you say something or do something embarrassing. It's easy to put your foot in your mouth when you're learning another language. But if that happens to you, just laugh it off and keep trying. Here's another example. I totally put my foot in my mouth when I forgot Frank's wife's name at the party. How embarrassing.
Now, listen to the conversation again at a more natural speed.
Hey, Jim, did the boss make a decision about giving us a day off tomorrow?
Nope. He's really dragging his feet on this one.
Are you pulling my leg?
No, man. I think he's digging his heels in.
Well, I don't want to come to the office on a Saturday. We have to think on our feet. Maybe we should both just call in sick.
What are you saying? We can't go against the boss. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot.
I'm sure if the shoe was on the other foot, he wouldn't want to come to work on his day off.
Are you going to put your foot down?
Well, I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth, but I have to do something. Well, that's our English lesson for today, and I'm not pulling your leg. If you want to read the examples in this lesson or get word-for-word transcripts of the Happy English podcast, just visit myhappyenglish.com and check lesson 535. Thanks for studying, and I'll see you next time at Happy English. Catch you later.
This podcast is brought to you by Happy English. Please visit myhappyenglish.com. Show your support for Happy English by leaving us a review. Get English. Get happy. Happy English.